They want to continue that winning attitude, and they're a team that feels they can win on any given night. Well, the big three have been slowing down over the years, but the Spurs seem to keep the machine moving. Can you make the argument, Kenny, that the Spurs are shifting more towards becoming Kawhi's team in the future?
Well, I think Kawhi has done a great job, and he might be the most talented, impactful player on this team at this point. But
On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this one to get started. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. This game changes. Capella's checked in, and Freak subbed in for Patrick Beverly. San Antonio also making some changes. West is checked in for Duncan. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. On the floor for San Antonio, defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with West, and it's Mills in at the 5.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Howard kicks to Capella. On the wing, Harden, guarded by Green. Hits Harden with the drive. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Outside, Green lets the 3 fly. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Green. 6 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
His shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Shot from the top of the key. Howard, that's good. The Spurs have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. No good from West.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
San Antonio trailing here. Mills dishes to Green. Passes it to Aldridge. Shoots the 3. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Houston's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Dishes it to Howard. Back to Harden. Ariza outside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. Spurs trail by 4. Now here's Mills. His last outing, he had 8 points. Looking for Aldridge, he gets it there. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. The Rockets number 1.
Points allowed is one of the key indicators for good defensive effort. And this team does a nice job because they force opponents into tough shots. They don't allow easy shots. They're all on the same page. They're aggressive. They're focused. They pay attention to detail. And for 48 minutes, they're going to make their opponents uncomfortable.
Houston making some changes. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Howard. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for James Harden. San Antonio also making some changes. Diaw comes in for West, and it's Kyle Anderson in for Kawhi Leonard. And Brewer kicks to Howard, and the shot is good.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Spurs trail by 4. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Mills with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 5 to shoot. From the stripe. No good off the front iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Howard with a clean look. And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest up. Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now, it still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get, players never forget that pain and frustration or those other emotions they've gone through to help get them to where they are.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the boards unless all 5 guys are making the effort to box out and chase down the ball.
Howard, he's in at the point. Beasley out there with Brewer. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Moore in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. It's Howard with the drive.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
And Brewer kicks to Howard. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And he gets it to go. Duncan's got his first bucket of the night.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Houston making some changes. Dwight Howard. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for West. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. That one off the back iron and out.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Kicks to Green. Lets it go from deep, and that one's good. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And stolen by Aldridge.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation. I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
And Howard, here we go. And stolen by Aldridge. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now Mills. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. He dishes it to Aldridge. 2 on the clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
And the first half.
All right, Kevin.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Booker comes in for Michael Beasley. Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Freak subbed in for Patrick Beverly. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Green is checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Parker. On the court for San Antonio. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. West out there with Anderson. And it's Mills in at the 1.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Harden, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
West passes to Mills. The shot's good on the assist by West. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now, here's Howard, covered by Mills. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And the Rockets making a change here. Moore's checked in. Morris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Now, here's Mills. He's guarded closely. No good on the triple. The Rockets trail. It's Howard with the drive. Pass to Brewer. Houston moving the ball around to the right side. Now the pass to Capella to the right side. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Anderson. And here is Green. He's got 5. Mills in the corner. The shot is off.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Move the ball.
Power dishes to Brewer. Capella kicks to Moore. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Anderson passes to Mills. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Mills has got 5 points so far. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
For Houston, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Houston on top. They're up by 1. Houston with a big group substitution here. Booker, he's checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Morris checked in for James Harden. And Freak subbed in for Patrick Beverly. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for Leonard. Anderson, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Green in for Parker. Howard, he's in at point guard. Brewer is out there with Beasley. Then there's Etuan Moore. And it's Booker in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Harrell, he's checked in for Houston. Then for the Spurs, Tim Duncan, he's checked in for West. And Parker's subbed in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Anderson has it in the corner. Wide open look, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside Howard. Green with the rebound. Parker outside. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight.